Hey yo, I'm Sid Fly, and you're watching a new episode of Alt Fly. This week's show, I'm gonna talk about overrated and underrated rappers. Jay-Z said it best, either you're underrated or you're overpaid. That's a good way to put it. Why spend an extra 10 cents of your Spotify money on that bullshit? Who's gonna give you money worth? I'll hit up my friends and followers on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that and said, hey, send me some people for me to rate, whether they're overrated, underrated, and occasionally properly rated. Now I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, some of y'all are gonna be mad at how I rated them. So come fly with me when I tell you who's been ripping you off and who you've been sleeping on. Some of y'all asleep. Woo! Okay, so the first person I'm gonna bring up is Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino, the rapper, is underrated. Underrated? How can you say that? Rob G's looking at me right now. We've been out this argument for a week. Yeah, the same guy who played Lando Calrissian was on that show Community, got the TV show Atlanta that's hot right now. He got this track out right now that's a #1 meme song. How could Childish Gambino be underrated? Well, did y'all know that he dropped his first major album called Camp in 2011 and had several mixtapes before that? And then he dropped another album called Because the Internet when he was a backpack rapper and sounded a little bit like Kanye? Probably not. All the shit that y'all love from Childish Gambino, he's singing. He's doing R&B. He's not rapping anymore. You don't remember his rap songs like 3005? And if you do, all you remember is the hook, what he was singing. Well, you know what? The singer Childish Gambino, properly rated. The rapper Childish Gambino, underrated. So go and check out his past stuff. Before he sounded like Drake, and he was more like a underground Kanye, but he always had lyrics. So go check that out. You know what I mean? And you'll find out why I say Childish Gambino is underrated. Next up, we're gonna talk about something that's gonna make a lot of y'all really mad. I'm not a millennial. I don't care about your feelings. I care about the truth. We're gonna talk about Eminem. Eminem is over fucking rated. Yes, over fucking rated. Eminem has the lyrical ability to be one of the top 5 dead or alive, easily. But why he wasn't is because he painted himself as a fucking clown. The fact is that he wanted to make tracks talking about pop stars, talking about he wanted to kill his mom and how fucked up his baby mama was, and just making jokes dressed up like fucking Batman and Robin. His first 3 albums all went 10 platinum. And when he came back with Relapse and Recovery, the highest he ever sold was 3-4 million. His highest selling albums, he was a fucking clown. The reason why? Because they didn't want to hear lyrics from Eminem. Are you gonna take another shot at Mariah Carey? Are you gonna take a shot at Fred Durst? Fred Durst was gonna die anyway. He got replaced by Linkin Park. Now look, don't get me wrong, lyricists know. And they say that he has lyrics. I said that he has lyrics. The problem was he spent his lyrics on the wrong things because he chose to paint himself as a clown instead of a lyricist. Not a true lyricist like Nas or Biggie or anybody they put in that top lyricist stanza, a great lyricist that gets overlooked all the time, is Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes came out so animated and so much of a show that people sleep on Busta Rhymes lyrics. They just want to hear the ha, ooh ha, and the screaming and the. I knew Eminem before he dropped the album, when he was doing things like Bad vs. Evil with Royce the 5'9" and shitting on him. When he would get on those diss tracks and diss Benzino and Ja Rule and Cannabis, he was killing it. But the problem was when he dropped his regular albums, he had this image to portray to sell albums. When your image becomes different from your lyrical content, or your image dictates your lyrical content, mixtape Eminem, properly rated. Album Eminem, overrated. Sorry, white boys. Next, we're gonna talk about somebody else who's hitting real hard right now, and that's J. Cole. One of the first people signed to Roc Nation, and Jay-Z co-signed for this dude saying he's gonna be the next big thing. Most of y'all know the KOD, that single ATM. If you're a basketball player and basketball fan like I am, you be watching the NBA Finals and all over the NBA playoffs. They've been playing that ATM joint. You know what I'm saying? Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. J. Cole is overrated. Overrated. Whenever you was signed by Jay-Z and had Jay-Z be like, yo, this is the next big thing, but pretty much you've had one hot track, maybe two on each album, makes you overrated. And a lot of people go, hey Sid, maybe it's because you're not a female, you don't feel J. Cole the same way other people do. It's a lot of rappers that make hits for chicks so they can sell albums. But you gotta bring some lyrics for us lyricists and people that listen to hip hop and hip hop heads, as they call us. Fabulous makes hits for chicks, LL makes hits for chicks. When it comes to lyrics, they got lyrics and they made sure they showed it. If they had to do just mixtape shit to kill you, that's what it is. And most people won't ever talk shit about Fabulous or LL. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did say some shit about LL. J. Cole has the potential to get to where he's gotten, but he's never hit that potential that most of us been looking for. Not saying J. Cole's not a hot rapper. J. Cole makes some hot music. Maybe this KOD album's probably been his best complete album out of all of them, and that's what a lot of people say. Me personally, I like his last album a little bit better than this album. I've even heard Styles P say, look, this album put him up there with Kendrick. Well shit, Kendrick came out way after you did. There's no reason why a dude who came after you did should be telling you you just now catching up to him. Let's put it this way. You have way more platinum solo albums than Jadakiss, but how many people gonna say that you want the same lyrical content or the same lyricist that Jada is? Not too many. I don't think that J. Cole's on the same level as Kendrick Lamar. I don't think J. Cole's way down with like, say, 2 Chainz either. And if you're in the middle with all the backing that you got, you overrated, bro. Rob G crying right now. So let's talk about Black Thought from the Roots. This is a dude that a lot of people told me to talk about, especially after he dropped those freestyles.
Maybe I'm the new Rakim, maybe I'm Fat Pharaoh. Undergarments of armor be my intimate apparel. Pre-Kardashian Kanye, my rhyme play immaculate. Same cadence as DOC. Pre-accident, maybe my acumen's on par. Look who's you rapping them, give me the proper respect. Motherfucker, we back again. Something to lay a naysayer to sleep. Playing with heat, nobody and nothing fucking with reek. Yo, these weaklings is claiming they cutting up in the street. Nigga, peace, you ain't working with nothing but the police. Listen, you ain't finna be nothing but the deceased. Listen, you in a tournament with a permanent crease. I strike fear in the hearts of rap figures who mind bear the stigmas of time, no black privilege. I ain't one of y'all peers, I'm the sum of all fears. Somebody stronger than me, who that? I'm all ears like Obama. I wish he had another 4 years.
Whew. Black Thought's definitely underrated. A lot of y'all know about the Roots crew. You know what I'm saying? They've been around forever. They're the band on the Jimmy Fallon late night show now. They won a Grammy for the track You Got Me with Erykah Badu. You know what I'm saying? But what most of y'all don't realize is Black Thought helped found the group. It was him and Questlove. The fact that he's so quiet, unlike in most rap dynamics, the rapper actually took the backseat to the drummer. When Questlove has become like the Count Basie and the leader of the band, Black Thought kind of always played the back. You ask any real MC in the game and they would tell you Black Thought is one of the top 10 ever. Black Thought's just a little bit more low key. I know a lot of people want their MCs to be out there in the wild one. He's not really like that. Whether it's on his albums or whether it's on the late night with Jimmy Fallon, you don't get to see him out there and he's not braggadocio like a lot of other rappers. Go on there and look up Black Thought freestyles. Look up Black Thought's tracks. Look at that Philadelphia halftime joint. They had a lot of other people come on like Dice Raw on that. Yo, he served them all. And I think another big thing that makes him slept on is the fact that he's not from New York or LA. A lot of times when it comes to being a rapper, if you're not from New York and from the surrounding areas, you get slept on a lot. But if you ever Google Black Thought, he holds his own against some of your favorite rappers out there. Method Man is one of my favorite dudes out there when it comes to style. But I've seen him and Method Man go back and forth, but Method Man had to go on his phone and Black Thought's going on the top of the dome, and his lyrics is untouchable. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe, check out other videos, like, share, tell your homeboys you're mad at me because this is what I had to say about Eminem. I'm Sid Fly, you're watching All Fly. Hope you enjoyed your flight, where overrated rappers get first class and underrated rappers have to sit on your lap.